welcome to Geeking with MellyMel. I'm Melissa. Today I have a really special video for you guys. This video is dedicated to all those Disney pin collectors and Disney pin traders out there. I have noticed that we have more and more Disney pin collectors and Disney pin traders within the Disney YouTube community, which makes me very happy. You guys know that I love pins, so it always makes me really happy when I see that we have more of my people, the pin people, on YouTube. So with that in mind, I decided to come up with this pin tag. This pin tag is called the hashtag, the Disney Pin Trader tag. I came up with 12 prompts that really focus on what being a pin trader is all about. At the end of this video, I will be tagging 7 channels to kick off the tag. And without further ado, let's get started. All right, so I have all the prompts on my phone. So prompt number 1 is humble beginnings. Show your first pin and let us know how long you've been collecting pins. So this pin I'm gonna show you was actually part of a pin set. I bought this little hat. It kind of looked like a little fishing hat or a safari hat over at Animal Kingdom, and it came with about 5 or 6 pins. It was almost like a starter set, and I traded away all of the pins but one. I just wanted to make sure that I kept my very first pin, and here it is. It says Kilimanjaro Safari. And here's the back of the pin. So here's the pin right here, and to answer the question, I have been collecting pins since 2015. So this is my 5th year collecting and trading pins. All right, so for prompt number 2, we have collector's item. Show one pin that represents your main pin collection and let us know how many pins you own. So I'm gonna start with the question first. I own over 1,000 pins. I lost count. I lost track of my pins between the keepers and the traders. I know I have well over 1,000. I don't know if I have 1,200, 1,500, but I know it's over 1,000. And as far as my main collection pin, I chose a pin from 2017. This was a quarterly release pin. It is part of the Magical Melodies. This is the Beauty and the Beast pin. I really love this pin because it's just so different. I hadn't seen anything like this before. And Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney movie, and again, it is my main pin collection. I just think this pin is so pretty. It's like a mini jumbo. And something really cute is that the record spins. So cute. And also, we have this little moving element right here. So when you're ready to listen to some Beauty and the Beast, just go like that. Very cute. This pin was limited edition of 1,500. And for the 3rd prompt, we have Encore. Show one pin that represents a secondary pin collection. So I have 2 secondary collections. I also collect Jessica Rabbit and Castle pins, but today I chose a Jessica Rabbit pin. This pin is a Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin. It is limited edition. If I'm not mistaken, this pin came out last year, just before 4th of July. And here we have the back of the pin. And as any other Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin, we have that iconic ice cream cone waffle print on the back. Okay, so for the 4th prompt, we have Home Sweet Home. Show a pin that represents your home park. My home park is Disney World in Florida. And I chose this pin because it is such a pretty pin, and it's special because it's from Magic Kingdom's 45th anniversary. And here we have the back of the pin. We're actually pretty lucky to be at the parks when the 45th anniversary was going on, because we're able to get quite a bit of cool goodies for the anniversary. We got pins, we got t-shirts. It was a lot of fun. All right, so next we have Traders Keepers. Show your most recent pin trade. Now, I showed this pin recently on my last video. This was a pin trade that I did with Christina over at Playdates and Travels, and it is a Beauty and the Beast pin. This pin is part of the Beauty and the Beast mystery pin set that came out in 2012. This pin is a limited release. This pin features Lumiere, and this is the back of the pin. And while it doesn't say limited release on the actual back of the pin, on the box for the mystery set, it does say limited release. All right, so for prompt number 6, we have artist choice, show a fantasy pin. So when I first started pin collecting and pin trading, I didn't have any fantasy pins. I don't have a whole lot of them. I have about maybe 10 or 12. When I first saw this pin, I had to get it. It is a Jessica Rabbit pin. I think the artist did such a great job. This pin is from Pins on Main on Instagram. And here we have the pin. I love the glitter on her dress. I think the design, it's just so cool. And here we have the back of the pin, and it does say Pins on Main on the back. All right, and number 7, we have wild card. It says, show a pin that doesn't fit into your collections. So as a pin collector and as a pin trader, I do have a lot of pins that don't quite fall into my main collections, but that I got because they were either special in some kind of way, or I thought they were cool. So the pins I'm about to show you, I'm actually gonna show you 2 pins because these pins came together. They were part of a set. I guess you could technically get them individually, but I decided to get the set. These pins I got back in 2016. This was my very first pin trading event, which was hosted by Disney Pins Blog at the B Resort in Orlando towards the end of 2016. This was a pin trading charity event, and the cost of the pins were $20 a piece. These are Acme pins, and they are limited edition of 300 each. They were going to release 150 of those during the pin trading event, and the rest were going to be released over at Acme Fine Art Gallery in the Shanghai Disney Resort. So I felt like I had to get these pins. These are Alice in Wonderland inspired pins, and while they don't fit anywhere in my collections, it was a nice memory from the pin trading event. And here we have the Queen of Hearts. And we have the back of the pin. Again, it's an Acme pin, which is licensed by Disney. And it is limited edition of 300. And this is the other pin from the set. Limited edition of 300 also. So number 8 is members only. Show a pin that is exclusive to a pin trading event. So as a pin trader and pin collector, there are plenty of events that we can go to. We can go to local events if you don't live in Florida or California. For example, I live in New Jersey, so I've been to a pin trading event in New Jersey. There's also the big pin event in Epcot, also the pin trading nights. For example, the most recent one was back in February, which was held over at the Coronado Springs Resort. And the pin that I am going to show you is actually from the Fairy Tales pin event, which took place in August of 2019 in Epcot. So this is the pin right here. I chose this pin specifically because it is the logo pin. It does say Fairy Tales, and you see Figaro and you see Pluto. And here's the closer look. This was my second big pin event. My first one was the Animation Celebration pin event back in 2018. And this is the back of the pin, limited edition of 1250. So the event had 1,250 people there. All right, so number 9, let's get festive. Show a pin from a Disney Parks festival. So I love all the festivals over at Epcot. I love the Flower and Garden Festival, the Festival of the Arts, the Food and Wine Festival. But I would have to say the Food and Wine Festival is my absolute favorite festival in Epcot. So I picked the 2019 Food and Wine Festival pin that features Figment. I think this is such a cute pin, and it is a hinged pin. And as you open the pin, you see Figment and all his special ingredients. You see imagination, inspiration, delight. Very cute. This pin was limited edition of 3,000. All right, so next we have It's Vintage. Show the oldest dated pin you own. Now, I don't know if this is the oldest dated pin that I own, but I know it is one of the oldest. This is a 2002 pin from the Very Merry Christmas Party, and it features my girl, Belle. Here we have Belle, and then we have Cogsworth with her. This pin is limited edition of 2,500, and as you can see, it is from 2002. All right, so prompt number 11, it says pin bazaar. Show a pin you bought in an Instagram live sale. So we all know that if you don't live close to the parks, pin sales or live pin sales are a good way of getting pins if you don't get them through Shop with Disney, and it's also a way of getting some grail pins. There are a lot of sellers out there on Instagram and even on Facebook, and this pin I got earlier in the month, and it's from Dream499 on Instagram. This is a 2013 Jessica Rabbit pin. It is a hinged pin, and it's a little calendar. This one features January of 2013. This is a Disney soda fountain pin, limited edition of 300. All right, so we are on to the last category, number 12. And number 12 says masterpiece, show a completed mystery pin set. Now, we also know that completing mystery sets are, a bit of a task. It's not always easy to get all the pins that you need, especially because all the boxes that you get, they're a mystery. So you can buy 10 boxes and have tons of duplicates. So then you have to pin trade, and sometimes you even have to go and purchase pins individually just to complete the set. So the pin set I'm going to show you is a Coco mystery pin set that came out in 2018. The pin set was originally released at the Animation Celebration pin event. That's where I got my pins, and I was able to trade there also. So I'm going to show you the completed Coco mystery pin set from 2018. The pin set right here, it is a 12 pin set. This set is limited release. Close-up of one of the pins. I think these pins are actually very, very, very cute. I love the frame. And if we zoom in some more, we have little skulls in the corners. And this is the back of the pin, limited release. And the pin set was released in 2018. All right, so now I get to tag 7 channels to kick this off. First, I am going to tag Cameron over at Day Trippin' Disney. I'm also going to tag Mary and Tony over at the Siskiteers. I am also going to tag Laura over at the Jody and Laura Life. I am also going to tag Kelly over at the Mickey Bunch. I'm also tagging Dan over at Disney Dan. I am also tagging Pauline over at Mouse and Mermaid. And last but not least, I am also tagging my partner channel, Lizzie, over at Lizzie in Disneyland. So guys, tag, you are it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tag. I had tons of fun coming up with it, and I did want to ask you that if you do partake, please use the hashtag the Disney Pin Trader tag, so that way we can group all of our videos together and we can all find each other's videos. And that's it, you guys. Let me know in the comments down below which one out of all these pins was your favorite. And as usual, if you love the things that I talk about, definitely subscribe, comment, like, and hit that notification bell so that you can keep on geeking out with me. Bye!